Hey guys, happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, hump day Wednesday. Hey ho, hey, it's Wednesday. How y'all doing this morning? I hope everybody's doing okay. I've been up, as always, up off and on throughout the night. I got up at 5 this morning. Actually, when I actually just decided to get up, it was 4:45. I got up, my alarm went off at 5, but I got up so that I could go ahead and wash yesterday's dishes from, we had tacos yesterday, Taco Tuesday. I did tacos and nachos. And I just didn't feel like it yesterday. I was very tired yesterday, guys. When I got off work, yesterday was so busy. Like, it's been, y'all heard me say it, like, since last week or the week before. It's been crazy busy. And I apologize for the lighting, guys. The sun ain't even came up yet, and I didn't feel like going in the kitchen, so here I am, baby. I know I'm talking funny. This tooth needs to be pulled. It's yesterday was aggravating me so much to the point I was trying to pull it out myself. And I did it. What's making me talk funny is because it is out a little, and so whereas it was up, now it's kind of out, so it's making me, it's in the way. Like, I know it's like I feel it there, not like normal. So anyway, yeah. I know it sounds strange, but it's no different than when a kid has a loose tooth and you wiggle it till it. So that's kind of what I was trying to do, because it really is loose. It wiggles, so I was just trying to go ahead and pull it on out. But she's trying to hang in there. So that's why I'm talking a little funny. But anyway, guys, yeah, I was so tired. When I got off work, on my second break, I took out the taco meat. Actually, in the morning I took it out. On my second break, I started to prepare it. And then on lunch, I finished it. So dinner was done by 1 o'clock, dinner was done. Especially because I knew the boys were going to be getting off work. They get off work at 2. By the time they get home, it's around 3. So I knew that they would probably be hungry. So I made tacos. Yeah, so I made tacos. They devoured them. They were actually pretty good. And nachos, they were good. Lavelle brought home the Doritos to go with if they decided they wanted nachos. I got the the nacho cheese out. So yeah, and then I was done after that. I put the mask on my face. I took a video of myself just being silly. I did a mask, and it feels so freaking good. Like, I had a little pimple or something here. I was like, oh my god, I don't want no little black spots and all that again. So I just kept, it bust, which is so gross, but it did. And then I immediately put apple cider vinegar on it. And then last night I did a mask. Now, I did the mask all over, a little bit thicker than last time. I let it sit a bit, but here's where I went wrong, but it still did good. I got in a hot tub of water, and So the mask, I know when it's really dry and ready to come off, because then it starts feeling like some like strings or something are on your face, right? So that's what it had started to feel like. But I said, let me leave it on a little bit longer. But because I was in that hot water, I started to sweat. And I could feel the streams of water running down my face. And I was like, this mask is not going to dry completely with me sitting in this hot water. So of course I just went ahead and washed my face off. But it feels good. Like when my face was breaking all out and bumpy, like, it's much better. Much better. I don't know if y'all can tell in this light. But lack of light. But yeah, it feels good. But yeah, I was in the tub about a good hour and a half. When I got out, came here, laid down, went right back to bed. I was tired, beyond tired. If I was like, you had a hectic day, I was like, man, back to back, non-stop basically. And then they had early leave, without pay. Like if you wanted to leave early, they would allow it, but they only had so many openings. And by the time I saw the request, it was 3 o'clock. And I was like, okay, Sheena, you can hang in there 2 more hours. So I was like, you know what, whatever. I'll see if there's any more openings. If it is, I'll take one. If not, so be it. Which it wasn't. And I didn't think it would be. But I tried it. So, yeah, I was just wore out. I lay here and I watched the episode of Cafe Dingdom or whatever. I can never pronounce it. It was a really good episode. Like, it was good. The murderer in this movie, like in this picture, like he was among them the whole time. And what's crazy was because from the very beginning, my mind was like, that's him. But then the way they did it, like they make you think that's him, right? But the way they did it, it had you doubting yourself. It had you think, maybe it's not him, you know. But it is. And what's crazy is he didn't even know he was, really, because, or actually he see, that's why I'm a little bit confused, because I feel like I don't know. See, that now that I think about it, that's a bit confusing. So, he's a lawyer, an attorney, and he's working with this police officer that he really likes her, but she likes someone else, a shaman. And he's really not a shaman, he's a fake shaman. He's using that like an undercover, so that he can find the murderer of her brother. Her brother and this guy that's a fake shaman were best friends, close friends. And her brother, his friend, was murdered by this guy who's just a serial killer. And there's 2. So he's working close together with them. Now the attorney has a brother. His brother's a bit crooked, and he's after his brother. Like, you know, he's trying to help because he thinks his brother has something to do with it, the murder. So he's trying to help them. You know, he's dead set on taking his brother down. And his brother was like, you don't remember, you know, stuff like that. So, long story short, he took them, because he told them, he said, you know, my brother, because they're trying to hold these charges on his brother. Like, it's hard to find, you know, to keep the charges on him. So, everybody that could testify against his brother randomly dies or whatever. So he's like, no, my brother killed somebody when he was younger. My dad covered it up. They sent him to the States, right? So he took them to their home, to the garage. I mean, it's a big, beautiful home, okay? So he takes them to the garage to show them where this murder took place, right? Because I guess the shaman was trying to get as much information as he could, so that he could, one of the guys that was there while this murder took place, he was going to, go to this guy and put on, he needed as much information as he could so that he can go to this guy and make it seem like the boy that died came back and was haunting him, and tell people what happened to me, so they can get him to confess. So when they did this, they took him to the, he took them to the garage so the shaman can look around, ask questions, So he was telling him to, tell us exactly what happened. What did you see? And as he's telling them what happened, he's looking over at the wall. The murder took place in one place, but then he keeps looking over in another place in the garage to the left. And he keeps looking, and he's his mind is going back and forth, and now he's getting dizzy and starting to can't breathe, and they're like, this is too much, it's traumatic, but in actuality, what was happening, because he went back and was kind of being forced to remember or to recollect or to recall what happened, he was starting to remember things differently. So as he was talking his story, it was like shattering. It was like there was holes in it, and it was coming back to him like something was going on, like he's seeing something different. He's not understanding what's happening. Long story short, he was the one who actually killed the boy. He's saying my brother did it because he was hypnotized to think his brother did it. This boy is actually a crazy kid. As a kid, he was killing animals. The boy that his brother beat up, who honestly was just beating up, being a bully, asked for some water. So what happened when this boy walked in and he saw his brother and his brother's friend beating up this kid, he was holding his glass of water and he dropped it. And the boy was like, his older brother was like, don't tell dad and whatever, right? Or I'll kill you and all this type of stuff. So the little boy that was being bullied asked for a glass of water. So he went, and instead of getting the boy a glass of water, he went and poured some kind of chemical in the glass, which is why he kept looking in the opposite direction, because in that direction was this stand that had all these different chemicals and things on it. He poured the chemical in the glass and gave it to the boy. The boy drank it and started to feel sick and was like, what did you do? And then that's when he took the necktie, wrapped it around the boy's neck, and choked the hell out of him until he died. And when he was choking the boy, that's when the doctor came in and she was witnessing him doing this. Now she was a psychiatrist because the boy was psychotic. So the dad already had a psychiatrist there that would come see him on a regular, because she would always walk in on him killing animals or about to kill an animal, doing something. So when he murdered this kid and she witnessing him murder this kid, she immediately helped cover it up. They made it look like suicide. The father hired a shaman. Anyway, they made it look like suicide. Hung the boy from a tree, and then they took this nut somewhere and they hypnotized him, reprogrammed his mind to make him think his brother did it. Okay, and don't tell, this type of stuff. So the brother never went to jail for it because no one knew. They made it look like suicide, but to keep him from thinking that he did it, they made him think his brother did it, because his mind, he's psychotic. And so they hypnotized him to want to be a good person, to want to be a lawyer, to defend, to fight for justice. So that's exactly what he was doing. And so as the memories came back to him, he went to her. He was like, what's going on, So she's sitting there smiling, and he was like, so basically you use me as a guinea pig, And she would say, no, you're my greatest accomplishment, It was crazy. So it's really good, and it's getting funky. It's getting down to them finding out what's going on, but he's like always a step ahead of them, because they don't know it's him. So he every plan, every whatever, he's there with them, so he knows what's going on. So therefore, everything is a step ahead of them. Most of the time, 2 steps ahead of them. But the shaman guy, I think he has a clue. I think he has an idea what's going on, because before this happened, I mean, he has a clue because in this last episode, the guy that they thought was the murderer, or they know is also murdering, but the one that they thought was like the head guy, they're sitting in the interrogation room, and so he's, you know, playing with dude man, right? The shaman is playing with the dude man, and he noticed the shaman looks up as they're talking. So in other words, somebody must have walked past or looking in the mirror in the door, and he happened to see them looking in the door, and it's the way he looked at whoever was standing there made the shaman kind of look sideways, you know, like you're trying to see who he was looking at. So he had noticed a change in dude's demeanor. So that tells you that whoever caused his demeanor to change and is in the police behind the door is inside the police department. So it's obviously someone close, someone up high. In order for them to be doing some of the things they're doing, has to be someone above that can maneuver, you know, around the law. Ouch, that too. So I can't even bite down. Anyway, so it's good. It's good. I can't wait to see next week. 2 episodes. I think next week could be the last 2. So they getting down to the nitty gritty. So yeah, guys, that's what I did yesterday, and then I went to sleep. It's 6:29 now. I've been talking to you guys now for 17 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video now. Today's donation day, so when I get off, I'm already dressed. So when I get off work, I can just get on out of here. I don't have to try to hurry and get ready. I'm already ready. So I'll probably have the boys take down the garbage. I know y'all probably thinking she got garbage every day. Yeah, every 2 days I take down the garbage, unless it's a lot, and that's because I'm constantly cleaning, cooking, and like when you're cooking meats and stuff like that, I want to get it out. I don't want that smell in the house, that bloody meat and everything. So yeah, I'm constantly taking out garbage. I don't let it. I don't want my house to smell like garbage. Remember, it's a small space. My garbage cans are not huge, and I don't want them to be, because then that means there's even more garbage, because you're going to keep putting garbage in the bags until it gets super full, and then it's super heavy. Not doing that. Not doing that. Means I would have to take it out more than often. That's fine with me, because I go out twice anyway. So there's no reason why when I go out, I can't take it with me, or when they go out, they can't take it with me, with them. Or usually it's me when I go out, because when I'm cleaning, I just pick it up and take it out with me. So yeah, I got up this morning, straightened up a bit, washed the dishes. Nothing to do until 8:30. My man said lay back down, but I'm up. I am up, which is another reason why I probably was super tired yesterday, because I did the same thing yesterday. I was up at 5. Jeremiah told me this morning, he said, "Mommy, you are moving around like you got to go to work." Like you running late or something. I was like, yeah, it's me. That's just me. Knowing that they have to get up, I got up, you know, and we only got one bathroom, so I got up. I made sure to get the dishes just in case somebody had to brush their teeth in the kitchen and wash their face in the kitchen. But they didn't. They were able to get in and out of the bathroom. Lavelle was running a little late. He was up first. I woke him up. Well, Jeremiah got up at 4:30 actually, but he had to use the bathroom. So Lavelle was laying here. I had told him to get in the bathroom. It was 4:45, and I told him go on now. But he waited. And so by the time he got ready to go in there, Jeremiah had to use the bathroom and was in the bathroom. But Lavelle moves a little bit slower. So instead of them leaving at 5:20 today, they left a little later waiting on Lavelle. So while they was waiting, I was like, you know what, let me go in and make lunches again. So I made, turkey and cheese sandwiches. Lavelle had already had a sandwich from yesterday left, so he was fine. But because I didn't know that, I still made him two. So what I did was I gave Jeremiah Lavelle's extra one, so Lavelle had 3. Lavelle had already had one, so then I gave him the one that I made, so he had 2. Because he said don't make it, but I already did. So yeah, that's it. He did come back and grab a bag of chips. He had soda. I put an extra soda in there in his case for Jeremiah. And they both had their water bottles. Lavelle said they have at the place, cold water all the time, so they can just fill their bottles up. So yeah, that's that. I'm debating on if I'm gonna cook today. I might make tacos again. It's the quickest, but I don't think I will. I think I'm gonna take the burger meat out, and I'm gonna make cheeseburgers. That's what I'm gonna do. Yep, I'm gonna make barbecue cheeseburgers. That's what I'm gonna do, instead of tacos, because it's quicker. I'm gonna take it out now. So my lunch break, it should be unthawed. Yeah, and they can have, because it's quick, you can go in there, fix your burger, call it a day, and it's fries. And like I said, I'm out of here at 5 o'clock. Go and donate. And that's it. I have to pay my phone bill today. No, tomorrow. But I'll probably do it today. Yeah. And that's my day. That's all that's planned today, guys. And today is Extraordinary Attorney Woo. That new episode's coming out today. I can't wait to watch it. The last episode, she told the guy that she don't think they should date. He was so hurt by that. He was so just like, oh my God. And because she, is on the autistic spectrum, she I don't think she fully understand how hurt he was, because he kept asking her why. He thought that they were watching dolphins, watching for dolphins, dolphin watching instead of bird watching. They were dolphin watching, because that's something she would like to do. She likes to do, and there weren't any dolphins, and so he thought that that's why she was, breaking up. He was like, they're coming, let's just keep watching, and she just really wasn't answering. And he's like, and it was something he said. They were working on the case, but it was something he said that gave her an idea about the case. And quickly her mind reverted to that, and she started ratting off this, that, and he was standing there looking at it. He was like, well, what about what about what I just said? Like, what is... And all she could say was, I'm sorry, and ran off. So, of course, that upset him. He was upset, not talking, crying, it was crazy. And he talked to her friends about it, and they were saying, what did they tell him? Basically, there's a logical explanation about it for her doing that, obviously. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen next. So anyway, guys, it is 6:36. I'm gonna go ahead and make my coffee and see if the episode is ready to be viewed yet. It may not be until a little bit later, but I'm finna check now. You guys enjoy your happy humble hump day Wednesday. Remember to say your prayers, not just for yourself and loved ones, but for all our brothers and sisters in Christ. Remember to treat people the way you would expect to be treated, and continue expecting great things. I'm expecting great things, like I tell y'all every day, and I hope you are too. Bye, guys. Talk to you later.